I decided that I would go back to Columbia Law School and see if they were interested in a course or a center on corporate governance. It's turned out every bit as I hoped it would, because what I hoped it would be, which the professors and the faculty have helped do, is it would be a neutral place where practitioners and the academics would come together to test your theories and talk. In the days that I had started, you worried about shareholders and management. But that's changed. Now you have a new capital market, different capital market. You have money available from private equity, from pension funds, from other places. So you're not completely dependent on the public markets, but you are dependent on the public markets. And we've had stakeholders become more interested. Just look at your proxy statements today, calling for climate change, calling for gender change, calling for God knows what else, religious freedom, freedom of the press, etc., all of which are proxy statements now, calling on the board to do something. Now, how do you put this all together? The corporation may not have a soul, but it's got a brain. And the brain is saying to you, these stakeholders have something to say, and you better listen. The board, they have to learn how to balance. They have the freedom to sacrifice a little bit of profit in order to achieve the longer range goals. So Friedman's got to be modified, and we have to have a different kind of narrative. And the other thing that we're doing is capital markets, which is, again, a study of how the capital markets are affecting all of this. So those are two big projects which we have to keep working at. We also have what I consider to be meat and potato activities. What's the best way to run a board? What's the best way to be a developer, activist, director? What's the best way for CEOs to act? All of that we're doing at the same time. Going down two tracks. We're doing down my counter-narrative track, capital markets, what's the best way, what are the values, counter-narrative on the one hand, on the other hand, what's the best way to run a board? And all of that requires directors who are superhuman beings.